Blessings family, welcome to another video. And as you see, today is my birthday. But anyway, I'm gonna get into some stuff we're going in the place. I'm gonna play some music, but not on this live. I'm going do this live, end this live, and then start another live and just play some music for about an hour or so, cause that the live they have to go be deleted based on you don't know the YouTube policies, copyright stuff. So looking on the news today, I saw where they said um 20 women celebrates contribution to agriculture. May I go live? Oh, you so man. We can play some music when done, but that's gonna be like that going to be like a different live because me no want to delete the live here. So oh there, our Gemini rope in our place. I wanna play this game that says I want when I say before. All right. Would you rather? So if you don't want to play, would you rather? Just drop yes in our chat. We're gonna. Oh yeah, mash up. Oh yeah, mash up.
I'm sorry. That was an
I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these things first, and then wonder if me live, cause sometimes me did I talk to myself and nobody not hear me though. Alright, me see. Me don't know. Let me check it. Cause sometimes me talk to myself the other day if kids never tell me say.
You might be.
Alright, daughter walk on.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the other day if kids never tell me say me she not here no son. I wouldn't know me that up here talk to myself. And you know so me never edit the video there. Me never edit the video there no. The green one. The green one a chocolate chip mint or something like that.
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip. And then there say $8 for one, you know.
And vegan.
Try not eat off the whole of that one time.
I'll try.
Share some in a one plate. Share out some and then you cause you will sit down in there and left it have to make it melt out. Alright. So anyway, it says 20 women celebrated for contributing to agriculture, and sometimes we need to talk about some little good news. 20 women from the I wonder if me can play this. Let me play the article, yeah. Save me energy so me not feel talk. Oh no. Me probably can't play because me not connect it to the speaker here. Anyway, let me read it. 20 women from the education sector were on Wednesday recognized for their contribution to the agricultural sector. Give me that drink, say. By the Jamaica Agricultural Society, which is JAS. 4 awards were also presented to educational institutions, which are College of Agriculture, Science and Education, Dintil Technical High School, Nakalva Polytechnic College. Me no know say Nakalva change their name. Nakalva, it used to be called Nakalva Agricultural School. And then one of my brother go. Then it says an Heart NSTA Trust, Art Trust responsible for training professionals in this sector. Jeanette Pullen, chair of the Women and Agricultural Secretariat, stressed the importance of recognizing the contribution of women to the development of agriculture, which make a lot of sense, right? And this is what was said. We need to cut out this thing about not blowing your own trumpet. If we don't blow our own trumpet, no one else will. She said to the women in agriculture at the conference at the Terra Nova Hotel in Kingston. Guest speaker at the event, Patricia Duncan Sutherland, chair of the Joan Duncan Foundation, while congratulating the awareness on the awardees on their achievement. Where we get awareness from, and their achievement, urge them to use their influence to address problems affecting less fortunate women in Jamaica. She noted that the studies show that 30% of women in Jamaica suffer from domestic abuse. Duncan further went on to say that violence against women contributes to the negativity to the level of agricultural activity in Jamaica. I mean, I know how, but she said we need to come together to strengthen the work that is already going on to protect all women. And this is a whole of Jamaica problem. We all have a responsibility to create that space for women. That's what Duncan said. She also said that more support is needed for the police and for training of domestic violence interrupters to prevent domestic violence from occurring. She said public education is needed through institutions like churches and schools to change the view that domestic violence is normal and is acceptable. All right, so that's what she said. God, big up yourself and Aridata Miller. And for those who are watching, and for those who will be watching after I'm not live anymore, because I'm gonna save this live. This is an important live. She learned that what me did there? Duncan Sutherland, who last weekend finished third in a delegates vote to represent the opposition's People's National Party in the constituency of St. Anne Southeastern. She learned during the campaign, she learned that most farmers did not know the value of JAS. I'm telling you what JAS mean again. It mean Jamaica Agricultural Sector. They only see the JAS as a source to the fertilizer and the black tank. They don't know the value of the community organization to create the cooperative to make their farm stronger. She therefore called on the JAS to provide accountants to work along with the women farmers to truly account for their profits and to manage their businesses. Also speaking at the conference was Minister of Education, Mrs. Favor Williams, noted that women account for 32% of Jamaica's registered farmers. Well, that's good. Me never know. She also noted that the efforts of the Rural Agricultural Development Authority to ensure that at least 30% of the beneficiaries of production and productivity, drought, mitigation, and water management are women. Okay, so basically they're saying that the beneficiaries of the drought mitigation and water management are women. So that was a good look, because I didn't know that about 32% of the registered farmers, and some people are probably farming but are not registered. And that's just my little thought right there. All right. So that's what's up with that part. It's been a while since I come live. I don't know what's going on. So let me go back and see what else I need to highlight. May try highlight some positive things today, like on my birthday. Me not really want to highlight nothing too negative. I don't know the things set up. All right, so this is this is 24 hours ago, not so stale. It says no, me not want to hear this enough. What do you think parents? It says, what can parents do to ensure their children's safety? It's more like a little interview. Jamaicans are angry about the highness. Why am I saying I do nothing negative, but this I forgot do. Jamaicans are angry over the highness murder of 8-year-old Daniel Rowe, and I covered that story the other day, and a student of the Brayton Primary in Portmore Danielle was abducted from school June 8 and transported to St. Andrew, where she was discovered on Roosevelt Avenue with her THROT SLASHED. Danielle, the daughter of a police, died in Saturday morning. She was the eighth child to be MURDERED since the start of the year, three of whom were under 12 years old. That is sad. Okay, so Loop News took to the streets of the corporate area to find out from people what steps they think can be taken to mitigate children falling victims to crime. So I'm gonna play this. This is what some of the people in the streets said.
And do are put in place to protect their children as they go out on a daily basis?
Um, it's an amazing question. I started off with thinking it has to do with government, but let's go to another country, okay? Like an Asian country where the government prides themselves on a middle class and teaches the middle class how to save and how to buy a home. But they also then empower their children and everybody to be well educated. And so then if you're well educated and you have these opportunities and you can buy your home, and then they go one step further and they really unify a family. And divorce and separation is really looked down upon.
All right, so that's that part of it. I think the sound is not that good, so I'm not gonna continue to play that. All right. So I wanted to do, but since nobody not up here, me can't do it. I would you rather. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some questions that you can ask when getting to know someone. All right. So me just change this a little bit. Some questions you can ask when getting to know someone, and it doesn't have to be someone intimately in terms of relationship like that, but somebody that, and this can be like a fun game. These are some questions that you can ask. And the first question, that you can ask is one, like ask the person what shows do they like to watch. So that's one question. All right. So when they do that, you can probably figure out if you have anything in common, and you know, that will, if they probably watch something that you have watched, and that can initiate a type of conversation. All right, so that's the first question. The next question that you can ask is, what's your claim to fame? Like, a lot of people like talking about themselves, and that will give them an excuse or something like that, a reason to talk about themselves, right? How often do you play sports? So if their person's into sports, that's a good question. And if you're into sports, that's another good question, because then you both can figure out if you have something in common. You both are, you few are, whatever, how many people there are. All right. So number 5, I'm gonna do about 20 questions, and then may I come up with a live here. Now, the 5th question, unless somebody else come and they want to play Would You Rather. Apart from that, it's up. Me just play it by the ear, yeah. All right, so how often do you play sports? So probably I can't answer some of them question here. How often do you play sports? Well, I don't play sports. Are you usually early or usually late? It's an odd question, but it's a valid question. it is a valid question. So if you're somebody who's usually late, then you can probably make a lot of effort to start being early. And if you're somebody who usually early, keep up the good work. All right. Another question that you can ask, another getting to know you question, casual question, is um how often do you people watch? I never know say yeah people watch. Some people enjoy watching people, others not so much. It often depends on whether they live in a small town or a big city. And people watch is not like it's not like you stalking somebody. Probably you're in an area where you have a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of, like you're probably at the mall and you have a lot of traffic in and you just kind of sit there and observe. I don't know. That's just my example. What's your favorite drink? It can be alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So that's the question you can ask somebody. A getting to know you casual question. May I go change the topic other live here? As a matter of fact, me change it now. Um, Let me change it right now, right now. Let me change it now. YouTube studio. I'm going in my studio, and I'm going to change this. What is? All right, I'm gonna change the topic. All right, it's my birthday. Gemini forward in. I can't type this in to make it catchy. I'm gonna say, let's hear this. 20 getting to know you questions. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, like how I myself may talk to. That's a very good way to do it. Very good way to talk to yourself until somebody see the video. All right, so these are some getting to know you questions, casual questions. All right, so the next one is, I just said, what's your favorite drink? It can be alcoholic or, why this down? Yes, or non-alcoholic. All right, but everyone enjoys talking about the things they love. So if you want to buy somebody a drink, asking them their favorite drink would be a way for you to know what to buy them. All right, moving on. Moving on. What's your dream car? That's a question you can ask those persons. Would Where would you rather be from? That's another question, because sometimes some people would rather be from somewhere else, you know? What songs have you completely memorized? Now I can answer this one very well. I completely memorized the song entitled "Coward of the County" by Kenny Rogers. Yes, I completely memorized that song. Another one, another getting to know you casual question. What would you rate 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. When I'm done with this live, I'm going to go live again and just play some music and possibly dance. I'm not sure about that part there yet. But that live stream will be deleted. And that's going to be probably about 10 o'clock. So, all right, let's see how long I'm up here. 20 minutes. I'm going to go another 10 minutes. All right. Another question is, what job would you be terrible at? What job would you be terrible at? What job would you be terrible at? That's another question. Let me take one selfie and set up one different. My background pretty, sir. Okay, next question. What skill do you like to master? That's another question. Another getting to know you question. For those who are just joining, those who are going to watch this live when I'm no longer live, I'm just doing some casual getting to know you questions. So there are times when people don't know how to converse, what to say to the persons that they're conversing with. Most time they just say, "Hi, how you doing? How you doing today?" And that's it. So these might be some hints. All right, what website do you most often visit? So if it's a website that you want the person visit, you can share ideas, or they might be interested in where that net they come from in that website, so they can probably visit it as well. What would your perfect room look like? This is a kind of an odd question, but then it can tell you some things about the person. Another one is, what movie title describes your life? It could be one with a lot of fun. It could be some anime type movie. It could be one that's traumatic. It could be one that, it depends. What age do you want to live to? That's a question. I don't know. A lot of people probably won't have that answer, but that's a question you can ask. What kind of art do you enjoy? And that will let you know if the person has a lot of creativity and stuff like that. The next question, what do you wish you knew more about? What do you wish you knew more about? So that's a good question to ask somebody. So, if they wish something and you have more knowledge about it, then you can share that knowledge with those people. The other question, what's the best way to start your day? What's the best way to start your day? So there's definitely a lot of routines to how people start their day. Most people start their day. No, let me not say most people. Some people start their day with exercise, with coffee, with reading a book, or reading the newspaper. Kizzy, thank you, girl. Thank you for that birthday gift. Thank you, Kizzy. Me over here, me think I myself me talk to me look down, me say, good evening, everyone. Okay, yes, Kizzy, me there, girl. Me there, try be creative. So I am on the topic of questions that people can ask in a casual getting to know you type setting, The next one is, how different was your life 1 year ago? How different was your life 1 year ago? That's the question that, And they always have this question saying, like, what would you like to see 5 years from now? Or what's your 5 year goal? Something like that. What's the best single day in the calendar? What's the best single day in the calendar? It could be a holiday, anniversary, it could be their birthday. Just a come from church. Feel. Oh, yeah. Me, I read like me can't read. Oh, you feel for fries, so you're there at McDonald's. Okay. Girl, me just got Red Lobster. Me just have Red Lobster. Me so full right now. I may even have ice cream. Me have vegan ice cream and carrot cake. So I am very, very full. So you don't know, say, that I'm my last meal for the night. We drink, but me not go eat. What are some things you think you need to unlearn? That's a question you can ask as well. Okay, what's your favorite game? No, what's your favorite genre of book or movie? My favorite genre is action. I love action movies. But for books, I love law books. Anything that associated with law. Like court cases and stuff like that. Investigation, all them something there. What's the farthest you've ever been from home? That's another question. Okay. Never. What's that? No, man. Today on my birthday, June 17th. And me I go live later, play some music after me finish the live here, cause me want save the live here. But when me go live later, play some music that the live they not save. So it's gonna be probably about 10:30. About 10:30 till about 12 o'clock. Or 11, no, 10:30 or 10 to 12, something like that. Yeah, man, me go be la vibes. What age do you wish you could permanently be? What are you most, okay, what are you most likely to become famous for? All right, so me I go create a stream there later. Let me see what else I go on the internet here, man, cause me kind of bored with this one me I do. What up? Why pre? Why pre? Why pre? Why pre? Why pre? Excuse me. Alright, let me see what I go on here, so. Let me see what I go on right here, so. See if I can find something interesting for talk about. Oh wow, this is very interesting because this is going to affect a lot of people. UPS. Oh my God, Unstoppable Live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that birthday wishes. Thank you, me glad to see you, brother. All right, so they're saying UPS workers are, tell Jay happy birthday to, because me know our birthday is around something like this time. Around this time. UPS workers are gearing up for a potential strike. So anything you don't want to order, I want to make sure I order it from now. You hear? UPS workers are gearing up for a potential strike that would be the biggest U.S. labor walkout since the 1950s. This news is going to affect everybody, members of the Teamsters Union, which represent about 340,000 workers at the package delivery company, voted overwhelmingly on Friday to strike if no agreement is reached. By the time the current contract expires, and that is July 21st. Oh, hers is tomorrow. Okay. And tomorrow is Father's Day too. Happy Father's Day when it comes. Okay. All Gemini check in. All right. So listen. The contract expires July 31st, right? And it says if this multi-million-dollar corporation fails to deliver on the contract that our hardworking members deserve, UPS will be striking itself. You're welcome. Teamsters President Sean O'Brien said in a statement, the strongest leverage our members have in their labor is their labor, and they're prepared to withhold it to ensure UPS acts accordingly. 97% of the voters approved the strike. Whoa. I want them to that 3%, them man. Although the voting turnout was not immediately known. So based on the number of persons who turned out, 97% of them agree for strike. So if you don't want to order nothing, make sure you not order it. Unstoppable Live. Me vex with you. Kizzy! Kizzy, not easy. You're in your feelings. I'm glad to hear from Unstoppable Live, man. Love it too. Alright. So now, as I say, if you don't need to order nothing, try get it before July 21st. Because that's when the present contract ends for the UPS workers. But what may I say it right? The union is seeking, these are what the union is seeking. They're seeking higher pay, the elimination of so-called two-tier wages where newer workers are paid less than older employees for the same job, the removal of surveillance cameras from delivery trucks, and more full-time jobs. Either this week, the Teamsters secured a major win when UPS committed to install air conditioning and 2 driver-facing fans in most trucks. So that was another thing too, because some of those trucks did not have any AC. Heat safety has been a significant concern for UPS workers, with many incidents of drivers falling sick from heat stroke. The current contract was unpopular, with the majority of UPS workforce rejecting it, but the union's former leadership pushed it through on a technicality. The backlash led to the ouster of union's leadership in favor of O'Brien, who has been vocal about his willingness to strike, including going on national tour of union locals this year to prepare members for walkouts. Wow, this is serious. A UPS spokesperson noted that the strike votes are common in contract negotiations and expressed confidence an agreement will be reached before the July 31st deadline. So they're confident that some agreement is going to be reached, then there will be no strike. We continue to make progress on key issues and remain confident that we will reach an agreement that provides wins for our employees, the Teamsters, our company, and our customers. The Teamsters Union noted that UPS posted record profits in 2022, issued more than $8 billion in dividends to shareholders. Money they say should be spread out among workers. However, while the company profits boomed during the pandemic, boosted by a surge of online shopping, they fell in the most recent quarter as inflation continued to weigh on the household budgets. All right. a strike at UPS. This is the implication. This is what the implication will be. A strike at UPS will be the biggest work stoppage in the U.S. since 1959. Me never went born yet. Steel workers strike that saw 500,000 workers walk out for nearly 4 months. This has just huge implications for the entire labor movement in the U.S. John Logan, Director of Labor and Employment Studies at San Francisco State University, told the Associated Press. There's greater assertiveness and militancy on the part of a lot of young labor activists and some sectors of the labor establishment. Sean O'Brien is representative of that. UPS workers last went on strike in 1997 on a 15-day walkout that crippled the company and ended up in a win for the union. UPS workforce today is almost twice the size it was then. About 1 in 4 parcels shipped in the U.S. is hauled by the company, with the company handling 24 million packages on average a day. Wow, that's a whole lot. With millions of Americans relying on package delivery for basics like food, clothing, furniture, a strike would bring a large portion of the economy to a standstill. It also has implications for the broader labor movement at the Teamsters try to organize Amazon workers and support high-profile union campaign at Apple, Starbucks, and Trader Joe. So, I'm telling you, I hope that they reach a decision that is conducive to the workers, so that those persons do not have to strike. All right, that's what I'm hoping. Let me see what else, and then I go jump off of here in 4 minutes. Let me see what else, what other important news I can talk about. All right, so the other day I saw in the news regarding El Nino. And they say it could lead to new records for temperatures. So basically, when I talk to my mother, and she tell me, say, oh, Jamaica hot. And that's probably the impact of the El Nino. So the other day I was thinking about it, and I don't know if everybody know what is El Nino. I remember researching that years ago, and I did that in I think I teach that in grade 5 science here. El Nino. But I definitely don't remember what the El Nino is. They have El Nino and they have La Nina. All right. So, what is a El Nino? Okay, so that's basically where. Okay, let me read from the top here, so, because if me have to read from here, so if you understand the whole thing. And this is from the NOAA website at noaa.gov. During normal conditions in the Pacific Ocean, trade winds blow west along the equator, taking warm water from South America towards Asia. So we know that the equator is the imaginary line that separates the earth in north and south, right? 2 equal parts. So to replace the warm water, cold water rises from the depths. All right. El Nino and La Nina are opposing climate patterns that break these normal conditions. Scientists call these phenomena the El Nino Southern Oscillation. Um, Episodes of El Nino and La Nina typically last 9 to 12 months, but can sometimes last for years. El Nino and La Nina events occur every 2 to 7 years on average, but they don't occur on a regular schedule. Generally, El Nino occurs more frequently than La Nina. And for those who are Spanish, we know that El Nino means little boy. El Nino, trade winds weaken. During the El Nino, the trade winds weaken. Warm water is pushed back east towards the west coast of the Americas. El Nino means little boy. South American fishermen first noticed. Teresa Wagwan. What's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, I'm just all over the place. But right now I'm talking about El Nino. The warmer waters cause the Pacific jet stream to move south of its neutral position. With the shift, areas in the northern U.S. and Canada are dry and warmer than usual, but the U.S. Gulf Coast and southeast of these periods are wetter than usual and have increased flooding. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I am 21 years of age. 21. Oh, you said 21 in Spanish. 20. No, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21. Me have to count from 1 to 20 in Spanish before me know what 20 is. That is so sad. Alright, so El Nino has a strong effect on marine life of the Pacific coast. During normal conditions, upwelling brings water from the depths to the surface. The water is cold and nutrient rich. Because when the water that's closer to the surface is going to be warmer, and the water closer to the bottom is gonna be colder. All right, the effects. Okay, so this affects fish that eat phytoplankton, and phytoplankton is the type of producer in the ocean, and in turn affect everything that eat the fish. The warmer water can bring tropical species like yellowtail and albacore tuna into areas that are normally too cold. Wow. So that's definitely gonna affect the food chain in the water ecosystem. La Nina means little girl in Spanish, and La Nina is also called El Vehigo or Anti El Nino, or simply an event, a cold event. La Nina has the opposite effect of El Nino. During La Nina events, trade winds are even stronger than usual, pushing more warm water towards Asia. Off the coast of the Americas, upwelling increases, bringing cold, nutrient-rich water to the surface. These cold waters in the Pacific push the jet stream northward. I remember what's a jet stream, I forgot to look that up too. During the La Nina year, winter temperatures are warmer than. Me no say that you mean, Teresa. Warmer than normal in the south and cooler than normal in the north. La Nina can also lead to more severe hurricane. Well, that's what's up. So you can find out about that on the NOAA website. NOAA. NOAA. All right. Let me see what Jetstream is again. Right now, me gone to science class, you know. That's all me all over the place. Now I'm in science class. Now I'm in science class, guys. Yeah, thanks, Kizzy, for the super chat. Yo, me I go come off because later me I go jump on about 10 o'clock and play some music. Because I'm not going on the road. Me already go up on the road and have my belly full and all of that. So right about now, me have to go work off that the belly full there. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Alright, me see what else I go and me can talk about. Cause me in the mood for talk, you know. Me I must be talking parrot. Three small towns in North Carolina. Wishing you long life. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa said, wishing you long life, good health, and many more to come. Thank you so much, Teresa. What is run? Gas stove pollute homes with benzene, which is linked to cancer. Oh, yeah, said to me, me never know that. I am no longer your bank account. Focus on retirement next egg. Okay, that's some finance news. Finance. A Delta flight in New York was cancelled before takeoff after a crew member was. Which news is June the 17th? Okay, this are not stale news. This are recent news. It said a Delta flight to New York was cancelled after a crew member was arrested. So why didn't cancel the flight? Then couldn't. A Delta flight was cancelled after a crew member was arrested, a spokesperson confirmed to a specific. Oh, whatever. The Friday flight was scheduled to take passengers to Edinburgh, Scotland to New York City. From Edinburgh, Scotland to New York City. Customers were reaccommodated after the flight was cancelled just before takeoff. A Delta airline flight from Edinburgh, Scotland to New York City was cancelled. Delta confirms that one of the crew was taken into custody Friday morning at EDI Airport, and Delta is assisting the authorities with ongoing inquiries. They said the plane's pilot, it's allegedly the plane's pilot. Oh, so no wonder the flight canceled because the plane can't move without the pilot, man. That is so, well, I don't know what caused him to get locked up, but. Well, the good thing is those other persons were accommodated. Really? Well, then said DJ Khaled says he's in so much pain and is seeking medical treatment after belly flopping in water in a surfing accident. Me never know saying had surfing accident. Me say for real news is this from yesterday. DJ Khaled was involved in a surfing accident last weekend. He's been seeking medical treatment because he's in so much pain. The accident stopped the music producer from playing golf. However, DJ Khaled is seeking medical treatment. Why they keep repeating that? So I'm getting a massage right now because I hurt myself yesterday. I actually have the footage of me falling, flopping in the sky, hitting the board on my rib and belly flopping in the water. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That's sad. All right, so they're saying on Tuesday he provided an update on his injury while playing a round of golf. The doctor said, I got a big, real bad bruise. They said on the bone they've seen a little line on one of the bones. They're not sure if it's fracture or if it's, so I'm gonna double check. And they're saying this isn't Khaled's first water-based incident, it's the third. And in 2017, he was injured after a jet ski became trapped in some trees branches. All right. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, remember hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will know when I upload another video or whenever I go live. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll thank you guys for watching, and I'll forward later and with a and just play some music about 10:30-ish. All right, so big up on yourself. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right at that Bob Marley say. So me just say what Bob Marley say. All right, big up on yourself, and we will talk. We will